Welcome back, everybody. This is JP Trades. Let's hop back into a silver update today. Let's first come down to a 4-hour time frame, and let's go back in time to see what happened. We were looking at this like a Model 1 distribution here. We had a tap 1, tap 2, and a tap 3. Each one was a consecutive SFP, which was very nice. However, that ended up turning into a Model 2 accumulation. So we were creating a distribution to only accumulate for a higher high. Now, what should we look for next? Knowing that and this level here was the perfect long level. This was given out in the VIP Discord. It was back on December 4th. However, if you did take a long from there, and you could have actually refined this down even for a better risk to reward ratio. However, this was almost a 13-hour trade from that nice level. But we can go ahead and take that off our charts now because it's been mitigated. And we have our new levels on the chart here now. So this range, obviously, price left it behind. If we use our deviation tool, and again, my course members next year will have this tool, as well as my mentorship members also have this tool. But this caught the reversal very, very nicely in deviation zone 2. We are coming back down to deviation zone 1. However, I would like to see more of a RIM-C model here. And that is where we range, initiate out of the range, come back down to mitigate this range for a continuation. So what I want to see here, I wouldn't mind popping back up to VWAP one more time and then coming on down to our nice level here. Now, there are two levels that I would actually watch for, and it would be this level here, the top of the range, where you have the previous range demand right there. That could VWAP. And let's see, is that the equilibrium? Do not know. Equilibrium is a little bit lower. So I would again be watching this upper quadrant of this previous range here. So let's dig in a little bit deeper. Do we have an order block right there is the question. Don't think we do. We do. Nice. Cool. I'm satisfied with that. Okay, so now we have basically my two main levels that I'm watching is this and this level here for a nice long. Back to the 1 hour. Let's pull some volume here. Well, with that pull, we are absolutely falling back into value. We cannot find or reclaim this value area high. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and tumble on down. The point of control is down here in this order block. So I do like this area. However, this area right here could be a nice long. We do have a shelf here in volume. Let's take it back here. Again, the point of control is right here. And let's take it back from this low. And from the recent swing or higher time frame swing low. Yeah, this point of control is not moving. Of course, all the action was right here, right? So, yeah. This one's not too complicated, guys. I like the confluence I'm seeing on this level. have to watch the anchor VWAP as price develops because that's going to move. Yeah. Actually, let me do one more thing here. Let's do this piece of price action. Okay, so we do have the value area low there. Yeah, this might be a nice scalp. And one more pull through just this range before it breaks up. Okay. Of course, that's not going to change. Yeah, I think we're going to come on down, guys. Got a nice Model 2 here on the 1 hour. I think it's just inevitable here. All right, so the plan, easy peasy, really. Scalp here to ultimately have the next higher low here. And we can find a newly formed supply zone somewhere around here, or maybe even here, to short this area down to this area. Let's see if we already have any order blocks on the high, around these highs of what we do. Nice. Yep. I'll be watching the zone right now with the VWAP in it. Absolutely. Ooh, we have another nice order block here. We have a tiny one right there as well. So yeah, we could come back and take this liquidity, SFP this high into this order block. But I would want to see that as a fast move and have a nice reaction from it because you're back over VWAP. If you're back over VWAP, things are going to potentially change back bullish unless you get back below it rather quickly. So, but you know, FOMC days, usually we have those Darth Maul candles, which are kind of like this, right? Take out liquidity of the highs, run the lows, but we'll see. Could do something like that as well. Come up to this area, short, long, then come up, sweep this high, and then sweep all these longs here, coming down into here. Nonetheless, you have the levels. How it plays out, we don't know. But these are great scalp and day trade levels here. Setting my alerts here. I want to see what happens at this block. I want to see what happens at the negative VWAP right before this order block, as well as this one. And they're going to move this one up right there at those lows. And I'm also going to put a new one right there. So alerts are set, guys. Watch your levels, wait till your alerts go off, and watch for confirmations. I'll keep y'all guys updated in the Discord.